Hey everyone! Alright, let's go here. Couple minutes early, but you know, sometimes we go live a little early. I'm still making myself a cup of tea, because as you can probably hear, I'm not feeling too great. Just a little under the weather still. Ooh. We'll get that soaking away. We've got blood orange fruit tea with some fresh lemonade, which is sweet lemons essentially in there. And that's our tea for the day. Alright, let's do our hellos. BD, hello, congratulations on getting first. Sammy, Fiona, and Colourful Thoughts, welcome back. I hope everyone is doing well today. I hope you're all feeling a bit better than me. I'm not doing too bad despite the cold. It is a bit of a cold. The main issue is that my throat has actually been hurting a lot these last few days, and I've got signs that I may be getting strep throat again, which is something I'm very prone to. I had a run of getting strep throat, like would treat it and come back, treat it, come back, treat it, come back, and I got it like 6 times in a row. We were almost looking at getting my tonsils out. It was getting that bad. But yeah, it turns out you have to get it 8 times to get your tonsils out. And I got 6 and then I got good. So I was like, so close to getting them out. But yeah, no, we're definitely a bit run down, but otherwise we're feeling alright. I have turned off the candy redeem today because I'm also feeling a little nauseous, so I don't particularly want candy, which is like one of the big signs of not feeling well. Of like, I don't want to eat sugar. Okay, we're not feeling good. So yeah, so there's no candy redeem today. I did find the robot, but I did not find the charging cord. So when I find the charging cord, which I threw somewhere in the midst of trying to pack, and then realized I couldn't take the robot with me, so I'm going to figure out where I put that charging cord. I'll get it charged up, and then we'll have the robot redeemed back as well. Which, Colourful Thoughts, you won't have seen the robot, but I have like a massage gun that I do on my back, and it turns me into a robot voice. Kind of hilarious, so yeah. But other than that, there's not really a lot to report. I got woken up super early this morning because they were doing some building maintenance. Because I live in an office building, they try to do all that before the offices open, which means I get really early wake-ups. So yeah, super early wake-up, but what can you do? Yeah, it's okay. We'll manage. We'll manage. And yeah, just usual, just the usual. My hair is sitting kind of where I want it to get cut. I just realized that. It's a little longer. But yeah, that's kind of where I want to get my hair cut to. Eventually. When I find a hairdresser. But anyway, we are back. And we are going to carry on with the Rita Berman page. I completely missed pressing the right button then. Luckily the button I pressed had nothing attached to it. But yes, we're going to carry on with our fruits page. So last time we did our mango, we did our blueberry, and we started on the dragon fruit, and then I was just kind of like going downhill quick. Thank you for the follow, Mel. 000005. So we're going to carry on with our dragon fruit. I still have all the pencils pulled out from last time. So it does make it easy because we've still got all the colours. I hope you're all doing well out there. The other thing is I am expecting a courier delivery at any point. They usually come about 9 to 9:30, so... But also it's a large delivery, so... I might have ordered a bunch of drinks online and getting them all delivered, and I feel very sorry for our courier person. However, there is an elevator here, and it's working. And I know they have trolleys, so they can just load it all on the trolley. Otherwise, they'd be doing several runs, especially if the elevator was down. But how are we all going today? I hope you're all doing well. Maybe colouring along or working on your own projects at the moment. I know we only just saw each other a couple of days ago, but hopefully you've had a good rest of the weekend. Not getting too Monday ickies. Or Tuesday as it actually is here. This is not the right green. Though I suppose we could just use this green now we've started with it, but it will make it more of an olive green, and we really want that bright, vibrant green. Okay, we've used so little, it should be alright. Couple of minutes in and we're already making mistakes. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Oh, that's tasty. That's actually really tasty. I normally don't like lemon in hot water, but lemonades are a slightly different story because they're sweeter. So you don't get as much acidity. Just relaxing. Did my 4th stream ever today. So my brain is actually a little fried right now. It's definitely something about streaming. Like, I love streaming. Streaming is my favorite content that I make. I say that with this because I'm trying not to make content. Oh my god, colourful forts! Thank you so much for the bits! It's so kind of you. I've completely forgotten what I was saying now. My brain broke there, sorry. Yeah, I was saying that, like, streaming sometimes, even though it's just you essentially talking to yourself, like, you have an audience, but you're also just talking to yourself, there is still, like, an energy output that I don't think sometimes is talked about, especially if you're someone who's not maybe the most social. Like, I consider myself an introvert, but because I'm streaming in my safe space and I can, like, end at any time, this is actually quite a comfortable way for me to socialize. Versus, like, going out to a bar. I have no clue what I'm doing, just brought bits for the first time, but you deserve the cheer. Well, that is very sweet of you. Thank you so, so much. How was your stream? I'm sorry I didn't get to catch it, but I will eventually manage to catch one. But I have to get up early. Some mornings I am actually up early and functional. This morning I was not functional. I got up and basically stared at the computer until they stopped the noise, and then I felt comfortable to go to the bathroom. Which was about half an hour ago. Because, like, where they're working, so where the rainbow flag is where they were working. Because it's a really odd situation. I live in an apartment, but I'm in an office building, and there's a ton of, like, little small offices that maybe have 3 to 5 people. There's some, like, single offices where just, like, one person works, and they just have an office space for meeting clients here. There's all sorts of random stuff in the building, so it's a really odd space to live. And so because of that, like, the communal bathroom for all the offices is beside my kitchen wall. So, you know, you sometimes hear door slammings and people going in and out of there. which it's fine. It's part of it. You know, once the officers are done for the day, it's frickin' quiet in here. But because of that, because whatever they were doing in that bathroom was in that bathroom, it's right next to my apartment. It's like vibrating my apartment, and we have concrete walls here. So it's not just like, you know, banging up a nail. Like, they have to drill into concrete to do whatever they're doing. So, yeah, it was very noisy, and it was vibrating, and I was already like, I feel like rubbish, and this is the worst wake-up call. Well, no, the worst wake-up call is when the fire alarm goes off at 5:30 a.m, and I have to scramble out of the apartment. Which is half the reason I sleep enclosed with my glasses on, because I'm so paranoid about having to do another emergency evacuation at 5:30 a.m. Wow, tried 3 new games again. Ooh. What games are we trying? Sounds so fun. Oh my god. So last time I had to do a 5:30 a.m. Evacuation. Like, they always happen bang on 5:30 a.m, these ones. So I'm trying to remind my brain that, like, if it's bang on 5:30 a.m, it's probably the fault. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen every once in a while. Like, it's happened a number of times here, and it's always 5:30 a.m. So you're like, yeah, no, it's one of the faults. But the last time it happened, because these 3 other people that live in this building, in this big office complex, so the 4 of us have to evacuate, and 2 of the people that live here are a couple, and one of them is the grandson of the property trust that manages the place, so he's also like the property manager. So like, he leads the evacuation and makes sure, you know, but like, it went off, and like, all of us were just like, yeah, nah, because the fire was meant to be right where we were evacuating. We were like, yeah, there's clearly no fire, it's a fault in the system again. And so we're just still sitting on the bottom stairs. We didn't even evacuate properly because it was freezing, and none of us wanted to go outside. And we're like, it's clearly not on fire. It was another time where the couple, they were like out for dinner or away for the weekend or something, and the alarm went off again. So it was just me and another girl that lives in this building with me. And so it's like 9:30 at night, so we like, okay, we evacuate. And we get down to the bottom of the stairs, and we're about to go across the road, but we look at the firebox to try and... Oh, 2 seconds, that's the courier. Sorry about that, the courier just turned up that I was expecting earlier. I now have a few drinks. That one. Woo, head rush. You can see my suitcase, I still haven't unpacked. Just a few drinks. Just a few drinks. It's easier to get shit like this delivered than for me to try and maneuver it. And then I can just load it up on my walking frame to move it around. But yeah, we've got Warhead Sour Peach Soda. I've never tried it. We've got something called Candy Cane, and it's a sour apple soda. And then we've got Dr. Pepper Zero and Dr. Pepper Cherry, because they were all on clearance, and so they were really, really cheap. Yeah, just a few drinks, I'm sorry. Because I was going to half joke about you coming to pick me up, but being like, yeah, we have to wait till Tuesday because I get a drinks delivery and we're going to need to take them all with us. But yeah, it was all on clearance. So I was like, screw it, I'm just going to stock up with a big drink order. So yeah, that's why I felt bad for the courier, because it was, you know, quite a bit of drinks. I need to move you, make it properly. Oh, hey. Okay, apologies about that. I should have. Yeah. 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 You'll have drinks every occasion. Yeah. No, I'm someone who... I do like my drinks. I am someone who usually has multiple. Like, I do drink a lot of water and tea, and I do try to make sure I get a ton of water, but I also like to have drinks, and especially bubbly drinks, so. Bubbly flavoured water is also really good, because then I knock out two at once. But the place I used to get sparkling waters and flavoured waters delivered from no longer deliver to me, so it's like, ugh, such a pain. I really should get, like, one of those carbonation machines. Sammy has one. And then see if I can find, like, the essenced water stuff. And I suppose it's... I could just use, like, way watered down soda mix or something. I know, you know, the sparkling water with flavour I quite like too. First one was Skillwood, which is a super small free game on Steam. Then... Then a Pico, which is a super cute pixel art sim game where you're a beekeeper collecting bees and butterflies. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Yeah, the Sega game is a series that I know a lot of people love. It is a series that, because of its creator, we just generally don't support on the channel. We have quite a few, tradespeople, and I know for a lot of people, them that will not be named is triggering, and I am not a fan of them, which is a shame because I love the series. I know how important the series was for a lot of people, and yeah, like, it started my rebellion. I used to live I of course grew up at home. But in my final year of high school, I was having issues with my high school supporting me with my academic achievements because I didn't fit the mold of their typical student. So I left that high school and I went and stayed with my aunt and uncle and my cousin. And I left a very traditional religious home to my aunt and uncle who weren't religious. And so I didn't have to go to church on Sunday. And suddenly I could play Pokemon, and I could go to watch some movies that were never encouraged. And it was, like, very freeing, and that was my wild rebellion, reading books and playing video games. And, yeah, my mum is much more lax now. Alright. No, our church banned Pokemon. No, because it was pocket monsters and you captured their spirit and you summoned them and they evolved, and all these words were like no-nos. Used to play Pokemon in church, we used to. Until it was banned, we used to love it. All the kids loved it, and then our church banned it. Same with Digimon, which I never actually got into. And Reboot, If you remember, if anyone remembers that cartoon, not the terrible remake, the original 3D modeled animated cartoon that was actually about computers and computer viruses. That was another one. I think that was more from a misunderstanding of what it was actually about. Yeah. I am addicted to Coca-Cola and don't like any other soda. Plus, I am addicted to popsicles. I have two different kinds in my freezer. It's okay. Like, we all have our little vices, our little things that help us get through the day. And, like, life's tough enough, you know? Like, yes, I could sit here and go, oh, I should only drink water. But also, like, why? I make sure I get enough hydration. I make sure that if I'm not drinking water, I'm drinking other forms of hydration. And I know I get enough liquid every day. So it's like, why don't I allow myself to just have a treat? Have a cold bubbly drink at the end of the day, or while working, or, you know. And I think a lot of that comes down to that ingrained social pressure of the expectations that we almost put on ourselves, and also that we kind of get put on ourselves. Like, I'm trying, one of the things that I'm really conscious of and I'm really trying to do is not refer to food as good food and bad food, especially in front of, like, the nibblings, which is something I know family is also trying to do as well. Like, there's food for the soul, there's food that nourishes your soul, and there's food that nourishes your body. And, like, yes, we try to make sure that you're eating a lot of good body nourishing food, so you've got energy to go and run around and dance and play. But, you know, if they want to have some chocolate, it's like, cool, go have some chocolate, you know? It's taking away that power that food has always had, which is something I still struggle with to this day. But yeah. Yeah, we all should do what feels good, as long as we're not hurting anyone else. Let's just put that in there too. Alright. Oh gosh, I might need to blow my nose. In other news, I did sort out my freezer and I did get some of the cake into the freezer. I haven't put it all in there, but I might need to chuck another piece in there because I didn't have any cake yesterday. I have so far eaten the chocolate and raspberry and the matcha and coconut, I think it was. And I was a little worried about the matcha because I tried one part of the icing from that touched the chocolate and raspberry, and it tasted so grassy, and I was like, oh god, this isn't going to be balanced at all. But it was just that little piece. It actually was quite lovely. I ended up putting I cut up a lemonade and actually drizzled that over the cake itself as well, just to add a lemon, like a sweet lemon to that as well. And the lemon, coconut, and matcha was so good together with vanilla yogurt. So, yeah, I think the next one on the wheel is the coconut and lemon. I can't remember. But yeah, I did end up freezing quite a few pieces because I was like, there's no way I'm going to get through 10 pieces of cake before this thing starts going. So, I also have cake in my freezer now. Okay, so I think we'll do a little bit of green, and then I think we'll repeat the pink there as well, because I do want to really just keep that little one area in the white with the seeds. I really feel like it's going to just help us, like, symbolize that dragon fruit. I'm really liking how our dragon fruit is turning out. Like, so far this one's my favorite. Come on, vape. Terrible habit. Don't even start. My other terrible vice. And I say that because I don't want to glorify it. It's not a great habit. I actually have Sammy, when I was staying with her, was very kind and downloaded a bunch of ROMs of original Pokemon for me, so that's sitting there as a backup to play if I'm feeling like too head coldy is when you've had too much cola and your head is spinning. Too head coldy. Then I'll switch over to some Pokemon and we'll play some Pokemon. We've got the remakes of the original Fire Red and Leaf Green, but the GBA color version. And then they got both Fire Red and Leaf Green. And then what else do I have? I know I started playing, I think Fire Red to Leaf Green, so Sammy could get Bulbasaur. No, documents. No games. There we go. Pokemons. So yeah, we've got Fire Red and Leaf Green. We've got Ruby, Sapphire, Pearl, Black, Gold, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver. So I got a few Pokemon games, which could be fun at some point. Alright, next easy thing. We're going to go into the leaves. And I'm actually thinking, because these leaves are a very similar style to these leaves on these flowers, so maybe we'll do all the leaves. Like, I've got my greens. I don't think I'm going to be introducing any other greens. It's just going to be the foresty green and the bright green. So... and I don't want to do the leaves this green because I want these leaves different, these more rounded leaves rather than the bamboo leaves. So we could just do a bunch of leaves. Well, I guess we're doing it because I just accidentally coloured this one thinking it was in her hair. Even though I told myself many times this is not in her hair. Okay. Where's our brown? My bad. I still can't find where I put my clips. I can't find anything in this apartment, let's face it. I also think I'm going to film a YouTube video today. It's not going to be completed pages, but I did get tagged in a colouring tag, and it looks like quite a fun one to do. It's sort of like a mid-year review. I think it's called Mid-Year Freakout or something, but Colouring Bumblebee tagged me in it. So... it's like, okay, I should probably do this. We're going to use a little bit of brown just to really darken the central one. And in here. I don't think that was meant to be a leaf. I was meant to think that was meant to be a flower, but oh well. It's a leaf now. Am I blocking? Hopefully I'm not blocking. I'm also really zoomed out. Let's zoom you in a bit. Come in, see what I'm doing. Let's use a little bit of yellow. Hope you're doing well out there and enjoying your lurks, your chill out time, whatever you're doing. I hope it's going well. So pretty, thank you so much. It's very sweet of you. I really do like the dragon fruit. So far she's my favourite. I will reserve judgment till the end, but so far she's my favourite. Alright, so we are just going to jump around and do a couple of these leaves. Because I did it, so we're going to have to start. I wonder if I have another one of these greens in my spears. And no, I don't need any polys right now because I have so many spear polys. I should be good. Or if I do, it's like 1 or 2 petals. I'm pretty sure I've got another apple green because I use this one all the time. It's one of my go-to greens because it's so lovely and bright. But I don't have as many spear Prismacolors as I do polychromos pencils, so I should probably do a check over and just check that I've got all the spears I need. Oop. Mobility parking card. Keep hitting it. It lives on both my camera and these are light up here too, and they're on like boom arms. And it's a really good place to hang my mobility parking card so that it's easy to grab but also easy to see, because I will lose this because I switch bags a lot. So I just hang it up on the boom arms and then it's like there hanging and it's real easy to grab. Gonna be, you know, a couple of perks of disability, and one of them is parking. I'm an excellent person to have in the car when you go shopping. I still don't know what this is down here, either. Like, at first I thought maybe it was their shoes, but then I realised that's kind of like the wrong way to be the slippers on top. Possibly? I don't know. I don't know what this little symbol's meant to be. Alright, I think we've got a couple of leaves on this side, and then we've done all these leaves. We still have technically these big leaves, but count those as leaves or something else. I don't know, we'll come back to that. The logo? Yeah, possibly. Like, the only thing, like, I was trying to think, because again, I'm learning Japanese. I'm only like 42 days into it, so I'm not hugely proficient at all, if any. But because it's not just learning like the language, these like multiple alphabets you have to learn as well, so it's a lot, but things are starting to click, which is cool. Like just simple stuff, but it is cool that things are starting to click. So I was trying to think if there was like any katakana or hiragana that it could kind of represent in terms of the symbol, but it's not really clicking to me as any sort of specific symbol for any Japanese letters. And even then, like I can, most words are combinations of multiple letters. There's a couple of letters that represent, you know, individual words, but it's like go, which is 6, I believe. Ichi ni is another one, which is 2, but then also can mean in, like shoshing, like ni shoshing means lives in. So you would say like Nihon ni shoshing this, and he lives in Japan. Yeah. Duolingo, yeah, Duolingo. Which I know is not also the most accurate or conversational. Because, like, I was watching a Instagram short the other day, and they were talking about how when tourists come to Japan, they can tell people who have learned Japanese either like a long time ago or through Duolingo or something, because like ipu is a ticket, but a lot of people just say ticket, and they'll say the hiragana westernized version instead of the Japanese version, which is kipu. So that was one of the things I was like, oh, that's interesting to know. Or takeaway, which I couldn't remember the actual Japanese traditional word for, but then there is the westernized hiragana form, which is just take away. So it was like quite interesting to go, oh, okay. But it's like, it's a start, and it's cool that things are starting to click in a little bit. It's still like, I could not hold a conversation. I don't know how to hold a conversation in it. But certain words are clicking in there, certain symbols are clicking in there, and I can look at some like hiragana or katakana and go, oh, I know what that symbol is. And even a little, like, I'm learning a couple of kanji symbols, because you also have to learn kanji on top of it all. So I'm learning 3 alphabets as well as, it's a lot. Like, Japanese is a lot. I know they say English is difficult, but it's a lot. Japanese is a lot. And I can see why, like, some people learn to just speak Japanese without learning how to write Japanese, which I can understand as well. But yeah, I like it. I like that it kind of is giving my brain a little bit of a challenge, because I think that's something I've been missing a bit. It's something to push my brain, because I am the type of person that does like to be learning. I do like to learn, but at my own pace, which is why, like, when I was doing my psychology bachelor, it worked so well, because it was I had set due dates for assignment, but there were no set classes. We had work that we had to work through, and things we had to read and stuff like that. But it was also designed that if you're working full-time, you could take these classes and fit them into your schedule or anything like that. So it was a really good degree in that sense. Of course, I started that before I got my disability and got really sick, and then couldn't actually move fully into the psychology field like the plan was, but it was still really nice to get that degree done, especially with all the challenges going on health-wise. It was very cool. They ended up asking me to be the graduate speaker at graduation, which was a real honor. And I was very, very grateful that Sammy came with me for graduation, as well as my family, and yeah. And I love the fact that in the video of the graduation, you can just hear all of them so loudly. I almost wiped out on stage going up to give my graduation address as well. Like, I went to go up the stairs because I couldn't use my walking frame up the stairs. And so I went to go up. I had, like, the school was so good to work with me, because I was like, I'm gonna need to talk to you about like getting up on stage and stuff. So they basically had a person aside just to be looking after my walking frame because I had my crutches. So I would walk up with my walking frame and the cues and stuff. And then when I got to go up on stage, because there's a couple of steps, I would then switch over to my crutches. And then there was a person there who would take my walking frame, walk all the way around the back of the stage, behind the scenes, and then wait me on the other side with my walking frame so I could then switch back over to be comfortable for mobilization. Because it was a lot of sitting, so I was very, very swollen and sore. But then when I went up to give my graduation address, I hadn't quite stretched enough because I was like nervous because I'm about to give a massive address. And so I go to step up and my legs just start buckling and I just about fly backwards off the stage and I managed to slam my crutches down to catch me and catch myself on the stair. And I'm just like, oh, that wouldn't have been good to catch on graduation. Give an address and be like, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go to hospital. Chai, hello! Dang, 10 streams in a row. What a good streak. And slowly pulling away from streaming though, including deleting my Discord. Anyway, I just wanted to come in and say hi quickly. Use it up to one of my 4 teaspoons today, so we're staying in today. Sounds like you definitely need a good self-care day today, Chai. Hopefully things pick up a bit for you, hun. I know you've got a lot going on, and yeah. The Discord thing's hard, and I can't really comment on it because I barely look at my own Discord or any Discords because I find, again, a lot of social media overwhelming, so I do pull away from a lot of stuff. I've barely been on Instagram at the moment, and that's usually my go-to platform. I don't know how it is for others, but I know around this time of year, like this time last year, I actually withdrew for several months, because I know, like, seasonal depression is also a big thing for me, and I know it's the time of year where I just go, regardless of anything that's going on, it's just this time of year I just drop. So I'm aware that's a thing for me. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, but I hope you're doing okay, lovely. Again, thank you for 10 massive streams in a row. I very much appreciate you being here. And I hope you have a good spoon recovery day. Oh. Alright, so there's Paige grey. A grey. A grey. Are you indigo? You're indigo. A lot of my Prismacolors are so worn at this point that you can't even see what the colours are on the pencil. I thought I had a black pencil out. Maybe you are black. Maybe I'm just blind. 901. No, you're indigo blue. I can see the faint remains of it. Maybe you are black? I'm sure your paint's grey. I mean, I've got more black Prismacolors. I know I do, but I could have sworn I had a black Prismacolor out already. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I was trying to avoid black, which does sound like something I would also do. Alright, so we're gonna do the hair the same sort of greys as the actual dragon fruit, because I just think that will look quite pretty. And it gives us a different range of colours. Yeah, I feel like these almost, like, I did a cull of my Discords recently and I kind of want to just, honestly, just not. I find Discord hard to engage in, and that's just for me. And there's so many Discords. And I feel bad when I'm in a stream and everyone's like, oh, this is my Discord. It's like, yeah, nah, I won't, because I won't engage. I don't. I am someone who really doesn't get active on Discord. Because it is, you know, it can be overwhelming. I've often thought about deleting my Discord, or the other thing that I think would be good to do would be to, like, combine Discords with a few streamers, so it's like a community Discord, and you can have a certain section for individual streamers, which is all about them, but then also just have a general space, because, like, a lot of us all are in the same circles and all hang out together. Enjoy your lurk, Colourful Thoughts, and yes, enjoy your lurk, Cookie. I've heard they're delicious. I unfortunately can't lurk in my own stream, so we'll never get to taste my own lurk cookies, but I hope they're good. I did a little Discord downsize as well earlier, so it's more manageable. Exactly, yeah. It's a lot. I think, like, again, I've talked about it before, and it's why I do disappear at times, because the connectiveness of us being online and connected 24/7 is a lot, and for me, I know it's not good, which is why I do step away at times, why I go months without posting stuff or doing anything, you know, like, because it's a lot, and it's just, I'm not the type of person that can be online and social and talking 24/7. I need days where I don't connect. I need to just focus inward and just connect with myself. So, yeah, I think it's actually quite healthy to do a little disconnect sometimes. But I know that's not for everyone, because I know there's people that need a lot of social engagement and need to feel connected all the time. And if that's you, that's awesome. Be connected. But for me, I know it gets overwhelming and I need to step back a lot, which is why I do take those breaks. And also why I don't ever want to be like a professional content maker. I don't want the pressure of having to do this as a job, because that immediately takes away a lot of the fun. But also, I just know I couldn't. I just enjoy colouring and vibing and hanging. That's all I want. This is just like socialization for me. Again, it's socialization in a way that's good for me and my spoons, because it's in my safe space. It's something that I can stop at any point if I'm feeling overwhelmed. If I'm not feeling up to it, it's like, cool, not today. And it's doing fun, relaxing activities for me. And hopefully it's good and relaxing and unwinding for you. That good chill vibes. You just have, slow down, chill out, relaxy, no spoons, lurky vibes. And that's all good with me. Right, I may hate how streaky this is, but we'll give it a go. It always blend it out more afterwards. No. Oh. I might have to phone the doctor, or rather phone for a nurse and see if they'll swab my throat. If we start coughing up phlegm, it's usually a pretty reasonable sign that I've got a throat infection. But that's what it's feeling like to me. It's feeling like I've got strep throat or something again. Developing, not at like full blown. If it was full blown, I wouldn't be able to talk at all. Oh, you know what else? I can't believe I haven't done this yet. Alright, that was the day that we travelled home, which means that was the day I got my injection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not popping up. 7, 8, 9. I was due my injection yesterday. Because I'm on a different schedule and I forgot to update my calendar. 2 seconds, folks. Actually, oh. Oh my god, no wonder I'm in so much freaking pain. We're just about to come up to ad break too, so that was actually perfect timing. Leave it out for a couple minutes and then I'll readjust my calendar. Just give myself my injection. Which, in terms of the potential throat infection, isn't great, because now I'm going to kill my immune system, but it will help a lot with the pain and the inflammation. Wondering why I was so swollen this morning. Ugh. Because, I got out of schedule with my injection, because I had to go 6 days without one. And so I've forgotten to move the schedule on my phone for when I'm due my next injection. And then, yeah, I was sitting here going, hang on. Oh, that's also why it's not working. I'm missing a grey. I'm sitting here going, hang on. When did I actually have my last injection? Alright, we are getting the hour warning. So if you weren't aware, every hour we do take a little break on the channel to do some self-care. So we time it with the ads that the Twitch gods demand, so that nobody misses out on what we're doing when we run the ad break. But then also, it's a good opportunity to remind you to do some self-care. So have you hydrated, stretched? Do you need to take meds? Do you have washing in the machine? Do you need to make yourself a cup of tea? Do you need to grab a snack? How can you look after yourself this ad break? Obviously, I'm going to sort out my injection. If anyone is uncomfortable with injections, like, I'll do it, but it will be off camera, so it won't be visible. It just goes into my stomach, so you won't see it. You'll just know I'm taking my injection. You are here for ads? I am so sorry, Small. I am so sorry. It is the true tradition of the channel. Ad time, and somebody has to arrive. But the first thing I'm gonna do is update my injection calendar so that things actually line up again. This and future events. So today we are taking our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are due next Thursday after this, the 25th, will be when we do the right one. And now everything should line up correctly, and I won't forget to take my injection. I'll probably be muted, but I'll be lurking. Oh, good chai. Enjoy your lurk and your lurk cookie. So for anyone wondering what my medication is, this is what I take. It is a mild form of chemo. That is the easiest way to explain it. It's a TNF inhibitor, if you want to get real technical. It basically tells my immune system to like chill out and stop attacking itself. But then my immune system like chills out too much. It is like, cool, I guess we don't have to do anything. But like my fingers are quite puffy today. They're not too bad, but they are definitely puffy. And I've got swelling in other areas, and it's like, why am I so swollen today? That is why. Alright, we're just gonna do our wiggles. Get our wiggles in. Hopefully you didn't get too many ads, Spolt. Right, we're doing left, so we're doing that side of the belly today. I think I've been skipped again. Oh, heck yeah. That's what I love to hear. I don't want you to get ads. Not in the slightest. As you can hear, I'm a little under the weather today. So yeah, as I said, I am going to take my injection, but I will be doing it in a way where you won't be able to see me actually injecting myself if you are needle phobic. Please know, I am not needle phobic in the slightest, and I have been trained in doing this, so quite alright. But I am aware there are people out there that are really not comfortable with it. Joys of working in a lab. Alright, get in line, baby. We make sure we're 3 fingers away from the belly button, where I sterilized, and we give ourselves some good juice. Get in there. I want every drop of this precious liquid to be all the good juice. And then we immediately cap it, because safety first. And then we're done. And now everyone should be back from the ad break. And I have taken my injection. Didn't even feel it. There is one bonus to having a bit of belly fat when you take an injection. But we are good. And the mystery of why does Amy hurt so much has been solved. Right, so when I did the hair, I accidentally used Payne's Grey instead of as my dark. And this is my 50% is my medium, when it's meant to be 30% is my medium and 50% is my dark. So the hair is a little bit darker than I intended, but also it does provide some contrast. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but we do need to blend out some of these areas a bit more. How are you, Spolt? How are you doing today? Very unlike me to forget where my injection is, but also because I hadn't updated my calendar. I swear, if I ever lose my phone, I'm going to be screwed. I rely on my calendar so much. Needles are mildly uncomfortable for me. I would not be able to stick myself, but I did assist my friend, which was great. Because he had to supervise me the whole way each time, because I am not trained to give medications that way. Yeah, and I do understand it. Like, there are people that I work with in the medical lab, and like, we draw blood. that is, like, we take samples for testing. That's part of it. We have collection centres, and there are people who collect who are needle phobic. It is very understood, and honestly, like, any phlebotomist, if you say, hey, please know I'm needle phobic, we're actually very grateful, because we would rather know that you're needle phobic and try to make you as comfortable as possible than have you just try and suck it up. Like, it's okay. A lot of people are. Like, when I was first getting trained on how to give myself this injection, the nurse was, like, preparing for me to be, like, you know, and I'm just like, oh, cool, so I just do that. She's like, yep, do you want to practice and give yourself your first one? It's like, yeah, good. Sterilized, stab, done. She's like, wow, you're not going to have any issues at all, are you? And I'm like, that's fine. Because I'm comfortable with it. But I'm aware a lot of people aren't. It's just, I am lucky in that sense for it, which is good, because again, I have to give myself an injection every 10 days. So, you know, I would, at least it's not every day, but I imagine if you are needle phobic and you're someone who has to give yourself an injection every day, it could be quite terrifying. But yeah, every 10 days, and then I take a monthly injection, which I'm actually also overdue for, because I never took one of those with me, which I should do later. I should set myself a note to take myself my B12 injection, my folate injection. Set myself a reminder. Turns out my phone actually has a reminder thing. Folate injection. And let's set it for... No, I don't want it at 3 PM. That's nap time. Can I customize? Thank you. Let's set it for 5 PM. I'm doing okay. I never smelt melting day at 97 31 Celsius. Ew. No. That's too hot. Too hot. The only thing that helps me with needs is if we just keep moving. I want the experience to be over as soon as it can be. Yeah. And if you're somebody who's not great with it and you've got to go for blood tests, make sure you're hydrated and make sure you're warm, because those are the two key things. So if you're hydrated, your veins big and easier to find, and if you're warm, your veins are also bigger and easier to find. So making sure you're warm and you're hydrated are the two best things you can do before a blood test to make it as easy as possible. Like, we get parents who would ring us up and go, oh, can you put the numbing spray? The numbing spray actually makes it harder because it shrinks the veins. So it's actually more difficult. Alright, we've just about finished our dragon fruit. I think I'll do a little band of green. Where's my other green? There we go. And then I think on here, do I do black to match the seeds? Because I don't really want to do all gold. I think the black would actually pop. Let's do a little touch of the black. And that kind of nods to the other variant of dragon fruit that has the bright pink inside. Here we go. I really like dragon fruit. Big dragon fruit looks pretty cute. Alright. What do we work on now? Now, we were talking possibly of, instead of papaya, doing a certain type of fruit, a fig for papaya. Which, if we did that, we have to switch blackberry. So I think I'll leave these two till last. Oh, let me zoom out so you can see the full thing. So I think we'll leave those two till last, and we'll work on these two. So I think we'll work on lemon since we're here. And I think getting a lot of bright yellow into this piece will also help. Because, of course, lemon is going to be mostly yellow based. We did talk about potentially doing a more citrus based theme, but I think if we just leave it as lemon, it's going to work better because we've got quite a few colours in here already. So let me go like that. Let me go like this. Let's take you to the web scene and set our window capture, which is completely off frame. Alright, I have some pictures of lemons. These are very, like, picture perfect lemons. Lemon should get some accents of pinks because pink lemons are cool. Ooh. See, this is what I was thinking. With the, like, green on the side. So bringing in a little bit of green to the lemons as well. That's kind of a good example of a specific, like, little bit of green, but mostly the bright yellows, and then that toned down yellow in the middle. But then we're also thinking a pink lemon. See, it's verging on watermelon though. That is my only concern, is I look at that and I think watermelon, and we have got that palette going into watermelon, that green. Like, it is more of a orangey pink. It's more of a peach, really. But then because we're going to have that reddy pink peach in the watermelon, I do like them though, they are very cool. But yeah, I look at that and I think watermelon, not lemon, which is my only concern. It is very pretty though. We could do the pink for her cheeks and just nod to it in the cheeks, like do a peachy pink in the cheeks. Because we have got the cheek colour. So we could put a little bit of pink there and maybe a little bit on the ribbon or something. Just like a little touch of peachy pink. We'll pull up this one. Where is the window capture? That's not what we want. There. I should have done this in studio mode so it just appears perfectly. One day I'll be a professional streamer and remember these things. Let's get rid of the little saying, like, yes, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, but also sometimes life gives you lemons and it's okay. Sometimes it's just a lemon day. Alright. I really like dragon fruit. I'm very happy with how she turned out. Okay, so let's look at the colours that we already have out. So we, of course, have our bright yellow. We also have chartreuse. We're going to bring in some of our apple green, and we'll bring in some of the more olivey, called lime peel, that we used in the bamboo. So that'll start tying that a bit together. I think we'll even... I don't want to bring in the cool green. I think we're going to bring in the kelp green that we used in the bamboo. But we still want that bright green as well. And then we need a little bit of... These are all orangey yellows. I think we're actually going to go different on the yellows. I think we want to start bringing in a couple more tan yellows. So let's bring out some yellow ochre. This will be inside yellow because we need that bright lemon yellow on the outside. We'll bring in some yellow echo yellow. Hey look, we've got lemon yellow. That seems appropriate. I'll bring in some sand for the inside because the inside's a little bit more muted yellow, a little bit more of the brown family. Beige? No, I think beige is going to be not quite right. Maybe just a little bit of light umber. Really, really lightly on the light umber. And then we want some peachy pink. So I'll bring out actual pink. And then let's bring out some light peach. That should give us most of our colours to work with. Alright, let's zoom you back in to lemon. I need to actually move that camera down. It's comfortable to work as well. Alright. So, this one's interesting because I can't work out where her hands are. Like, we've got obviously the dress, and then it looks like we have a little bit of an overcoat or a cape. I don't know if that's her hands and she's just got them behind her head, or if her arms are actually like tucked under the coat, and we also have like a collar. I feel like this is definitely connected to that though. So maybe we should do this outside as if it's the outside skin, and then we do the inside as it's the inside flesh of the fruit. And then we also could technically work some grey into here because of course we have the rind. So we can do like white as well as another complementary colour because these are white of the rind. And then of course we have like these that are going to be like coloured like actual lemons because clearly lemon slices. I mean flowers, but lemon slices. Alright, let's start with the actual lemon slices. Let's work on these and see if we can figure out what we're going to do here. We'll start with some light umber. Again, I don't want to bring a lot of this in. It's just to help add some shading and dimension. Not that we're even really shading these things. I'm just kind of making it up. There is no specific light source. We're just having fun with it. Here's a cape on. The cape has a collar. Don't know where her hands are. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll still all do that as like a cape with a collar. It makes logical sense to me. But yeah, I legit don't know where her hands are in this. Maybe she just has them like tucked right beside her body. And it's just the cape is covering it. But then like the cape here is like flowing behind. So maybe she has her hands tucked behind her. I know, it's a little... we just won't think about it too much. It don't make sense and that's okay. Alright, yellow ochre. We're just working quite lightly right now because we can always work more layers. Logic isn't invited today. Exactly. Logic takes spoons and we have no spoons today, so Logic is AWOL and that's okay. Yeah, now we're working with the sand. Alright, I think we could go a little more intense on the shading, but I am happy with that colour. I feel like that combo does work well. I mean, if I wanted to look at lemon, I could also just look at the lemonade that's sitting right beside me. I mean, it's a cup lemonade. It's there for if I make a second cup of tea and I want to refresh my lemonades. So yeah, these ones are like a lot more vibrant. We could always do a little layer of yellow over the top or something and really vibrate it. Vibrance, that's the word. Vibrance it up. But we'll decide that when we've added in some of our bright yellow rind. Thank you for the hydrate spot. We're hydrating with fruit tea with lemon today. To help with the throat. Okay. Then that bright yellow rind. We're not going to worry too much about the green here. Tea today is blood orange with lemonade in it. That's what sounded good to me. Okay, that almost feels comically yellow. So let's get our cream. Oh, not cream, Art Deco. Not Art Deco. Deco yellow. Maybe we will work a little bit of green. Feels very neon yellow. Alright, let's work some of this green into the cape and the yellow into the cape, and then we'll get a good idea. Do I just do green? I really wanted to do a blend, and we've got to change the cape here. We could actually do it this way with the green coming down from here, going to yellow, leave that as white, and then do more yellow. I like that actually. Let's do that. And then the green, which is also kind of totally our dark colour, is also up here, where the shadows would be. And then we can reverse the gradient on the collar. Making it up as we go along. I think it's the yellow chartreuse that is the, like, highlighter issue. It works as a blender, but it shouldn't be on its own. Alright, lemon yellow. Okay, let's work a little bit of warm grey tint. Don't want it to read as lime. That is the main thing. It needs to read as lemon. Let's use a little bit of sand. No. Like the brown ochre would be better actually. Just to bring in some darker yellow variants down here, where the folds would be. Just need a little bit of a shadow tone. I like it, but I think I actually want that more. Let's hit a layer of canary yellow just to sort of tie it together. Like, that's the sort of accurate to the picture, but we're also, these are like cartoony, so this will just help read a bit more. It's lemon. Yeah, just a little bit of brightness in there. Alright. Around a little bit. Got up stretch because I suddenly realized I hadn't done that in over an hour. Oops. Oh noes. Well, I'm glad you realized and you did some self-care. The stretching is very important. Which is why I do the reminder every hour, because I also very easily forget to stretch sometimes. It's real easy when you're just like researching or reading or watching videos, and suddenly it's been 4 hours and you're like, I have not moved at all. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I think that'll work as lemon. I think that'll work. One of my favourite stretches too, bending down and stretching to the floor without bending at the knees. I keep meaning for alarms on my phone to remind me to stretch, but never do. Amazing how much better I feel after a proper stretch. Yeah. When I was studying, I used to do that. I used to set alarms for 55 minutes. And that was always like my 55.5. Luckily with Twitch it sets that hourly reminder, but sometimes if I'm not streaming and doing other things, I will set that. Particularly if I'm colouring and I'm not watching a stream, then it's, or something that's got like an hourly time limit. Like if I'm watching a series, then it's kind of easy because it's like watch an episode, take a break, watch an episode, take a break. Or if I'm listening to a podcast, most podcasts are about an hour, so it's like listen to a podcast, take a break. But yeah, if I'm watching like a movie or something, or something that, or a stream where the streamer doesn't take hourly breaks, then it's like, yeah, nah, hourly. Because it's very, very easy to just get engrossed, particularly if I get in the colouring zone. Do this 1, 2. Even though it's technically a flower, we're treating it like it's lemon. Back to Lukey where I took a couple of things off the to-do list. No worries, try. Well done. Well done on getting done what you're gonna get done. I'll be perfectly honest, I don't think it's gonna be a long stream today. I am feeling pretty ratchet. But I did want to do a little bit more, you know? But yeah, if we make it to our 4 hours, that's going to be a miracle. I was just actually really excited to get back to this one because I've been enjoying it. And I did do some more colouring. I did work a little bit more on the turtle. Make sure we stay in free, baby. Oop, I never coloured the centre of this one. Although I may pull out the gold Posca. Or sorry, I don't know. All the other ones have touches of metallic. And of course, gold is going to go best with the yellow rather than silver. Even though we did gold up here too. Okay. This one gets coloured as if it's the inside of the lemon. Make our cape look like the outside of the lemon. Hope we're all doing okay out there. Right, we need to work on the blends here a little bit because they're not smooth. I kind of regret doing two different yellows. I should have just kept it all one yellow. I just had the green introduction for the outside, but as long as we keep putting this same yellow over everything, it will still tie together. Did I do it over this? I can't remember. We'll do another layer. Probably look a little bit more harmonious if we did the lemon entirely as one yellow, but also it would look very flat all being one yellow. I just went over the edge there, damn it. Try to avoid that. Let's take cream rather than deco yellow. Maybe if we lighten it a little bit, it'll just look a little bit more cohesive. But over the lines again. Alright, we're going over everything, including the pith. I think the grey is also hurting it too. It also means we're going over the black lines, unfortunately. I don't know. Okay, not bad. think it does read as lemon. Grey probably wasn't the right choice there, but hey, we've done it. Alright, coat. Carry the colours up the coat a bit. Okay, let's do our peachy pink. I know we're doing the cheeks. I'm gonna do this little hair ribbon. I'm doing that thing where I'm blocking the view again, so sorry. Alright, there's our nod to pink lemons. Which I think won't clash with watermelon at all. I think that looks quite cute actually. A little touch of additional colour. Alright. So, with the hair, I could go much darker brown. So this is where it's going to get tough because we don't have many, like everything's yellow, which is what I want. But it's trying to find different ways to change those colours. And to be perfectly honest, my head is absolutely pounding. which is not helping. Get rid of those names because we've done those ones. This one's pretty obvious as lemon now, so we can get rid of that too. You know what? I might even just call it here for today. I know it's only been 2 hours and it's a very short stream for me, but honestly, my head is really starting to pound now. Yeah, my throat is really starting to hurt, so I think we're going to listen to the body, because, you know, I'm not well. I'm clearly not well, and I'm not feeling great, and so I think we're going to listen to the body, and head to bed, but I'll give you an overall shot. Like, we made some good progress. It was a long stream, but we made a bit of progress, because we finished off dragon fruit, and we've gotten quite a bit of lemon done. We're really starting to see it come together now, so. Hi Vi, sorry you came in right at the end, but yeah, just feeling pretty rubbish, so I think I'm gonna call it. I'll see if there's anyone on we can go and say hi to, but honest to God, it's gonna be a raid and fade for me if it is anyone on. Drop you off at Doom. Actually, a few people doing art on it at the moment. I was looking for a bit, you know how it is. I know, I absolutely know. You know what? I'm not even gonna raid today. I legit don't even have the spoons. There's lots of cool people on. I suggest you go find cool people. But yeah, I'm just looking at the screen and I can't even see the screen straight. So I think I just need to bounce and go and flop into bed immediately, because everything's kind of like starting to go like this. So, which is also why I was colouring outside the lines. So yeah. Thank you for all of you for being here. Colourful Thoughts, if you're still there, thank you so much for the biddies. It's very kind of you. We should be back on Friday unless the health goes down even further. I'll let you know on all the socials as I do. But yeah, take care of yourself. I'm gonna go curl up into bed and pass out for a while, and hopefully be feeling better later on. Take care. Appreciate you all. That's meant to be a heart, but heads. You know, I'm doing well. See you next time, folks.